nung time na yun talaga sabi ko, hala, ano nangyari? And then people were texting me, Kim, are you okay? Nag-shutdown na yung Multiply. Saan kami bibili ng gadget? And lahat yun, rene-replyan ko, yes, I'm okay. You can go to my house to buy gadget. Kasi wala naman akong shop before eh. Yung first interview ko was from Go Negosyo. I was featured as one of the 50 young entrepreneurs. Tinanong nila ako, 5 to 10 years from now, where do you want Kimstore to be? So from there, I told them that I want to be the Amazon of electronics in the Philippines. So that was my North Star na, okay, iba na pala ngayon. Dati nagba-buy and sell lang ako. Ngayon magiging, ano na ako, businessman. Paano ko mailalagay si Kimstore as the Amazon of electronics in the Philippines? So iba maging dreamer, iba maging entrepreneur. And at the same time, iba rin kapag ikaw yung CEO. So that long years of 5 to 10 years, it took me different types of leadership to really handle different types of people. From handling, let's say, tele-support, taga-deliver. Sa totoo lang, Neil, ang mga kinukuha kong tao before, okay, pupunta ako ng bangko, kakausapin ko yung teller, sasabihin ko sa kanya, meron ka bang kapatid na naghahanap ng work? Baka gustong mag-apply sa akin as tele-support. Meron din yung, for example, nagpa-ship lang ako, o kuya, baka meron ka namang extra rider dyan, kare-resign lang, baka naman pwedeng mag-apply na lang sa akin. But eto, iba na pala. From 2011, natuto akong gumamit ng JobStreet saka Indeed. Paano mag-hire? So, people were asking, kahit 2011 nung time na yon, ma'am, what's the vision of the company? Ano ba yung mga pay mo? And also, it teaches you different learnings pala. Hindi lang parang e-commerce enthusiast ka, pero it teaches you to be an entrepreneur, to be a good leader as well. And then, dun ko na shape up yung pagiging leader ko.
You've done that. So congratulations being one of the biggest electronics brand in the Philippines. Marami kaming nakinabang. So for those who are watching, ngayon yung pagkakataon para i-thank you si CEO of Kim Store. Comment below. Thank you, Kim, because of what they have done for paving the way sa mga online shop. So thank you, Kim, for doing that. And yung sinabi mo earlier, right? As a businessman, kumbaga kailangan mong aralin lahat eh. Recruitment, yung sa systems, madami. And may sinabi ko pa rin na iba yung businessman and also iba yung dreamer. So, for those who are watching, can you explain that further? And what happens if, let's say, may gap yung as a businessman and yung dream mo? Kumbaga, hindi pa talaga in sync. So, ano yung pwedeng gawin doon?
Everything starts with a dream. Kung wala kang plano sa buhay, it's kind of hard, parang let's say you wake up, you do this and you do this, but if you have this dream, ito yung parang let's say North Star mo gagabayan ka na I want this in my professional career. Of course, we have also personal goals, personal dreams. We also have professional dreams. Being a businessman, for me, yung profit nandiyan naman yan Pero if it's guided by your dream na I wanna provide the latest electronics to every Filipino, let's say to be a trusted partner for consumer electronics for every Filipino, that's different. Now, being a businessman, nandoon na yung icing on the cake paano mo siya pagkakakitaan. Pero yung i-provide mo yung mga value, kung tutuusin mo, retailer ako, ang dami ko ng kalaban sa online, pero ang dami pa rin bumibili sa amin. Because yung value na binibigay namin, focus kami sa North Star namin na talagang customer-centric. Yun yung value na nabibigay namin sa customer. You can buy from Lazada, Shopee, Marketplace, pero kay Kim Store, mag-contact ka lang, mag-inquire ka lang through our, let's say, hotline. May sasagot sa yung agent. So, it's different. Isa marketplace, hindi mo mati-tailor fit kung ano yung mga nabibent. Yung, let's say, if you buy a 10 peso product versus a 10,000 peso product sa amin, pag bumili ka ng let's say, cellphone, alam na namin yan ma'am, pwede ba mag-update ng software? Ma'am, pwede na ba i-update to sa iOS? For cameras, ma'am, what replacement lens can I buy? Alam yan ng service agent namin. So, to make it more intuitive, ang innovation namin actually is more of providing value to our customers.
Yeah, that's good no na as you provide value, parang pinapadali mo yung customer experience kasi like us customers, pagka medyo nahirapan ng konti, yung parang ayoko na, lipat na ako. Pero I like what you're doing na you're really making it intuitive. And as having a dream and having a business, in a way, kailangan mo i-reconcile Pero yung maganda, yung sinabi mo, no, may North Star ka in just providing value. And siguro, another question din, no? Kasi syempre, you've been in the business for almost 18 years.
Yep.
Marami sa nanonood na gustong magsimula at medyo to some takot magsimula. Or yung iba parang hindi alam paano magsimula. Ano yung advice mo sa kanila?
Maano kasi ako ma-vlog akong tao, masulat akong tao. So, write it down. What do you really want to be? When you want something and nasulat mo na siya, for me, that's 50% done. It's a matter of when are you gonna do it. If you're, let's say you have a job and then you really wanted to do a business, wag mo muna bitawan yung job mo. Kailangan meron kang benchmark. Like for example, sige, I'm gonna start this business. If I'm gonna resign na, meron na akong 1 year backup funds. Para at least hindi ka naman, let's say, sa totoo lang in business, ang daming failures. Ang dami mong talagang challenges na mangyayari na parang, oh my gosh, ano ba to? Parang, is this part of the risk? Is this part of the success? Talagang, you have to be ready. You need to embrace a different type of world when you're an entrepreneur. So, my advice lang is talagang take it slow and then take that risk. Yung iba kasi parang sana nag-business na lang ako. I don't want you to live na parang may regret ka. Try lang. For a sideline, ako naman side hustle lang ako. Then eventually, nag-full blast na ako. Then talagang napascale ko na siya. But it took a lot of risk and took a lot of challenges and failures also in really building the business.
It's really important that we count the cost and really consider the risk. And I'm sure na calculate mo yung risk. Yung mga nagsa-start, kasi syempre, sige, risk na. Pero how would I know, specifically in a practical sense na, sige, okay tong risk na italon versus sa, ay teka, yung risk na to, too much to, baka mahihirapan ako dito kung nagkamali. Like, give us a picture na ano yung calculated risk na parang pwede na.
Yung sa akin kasi talagang ang benchmark ko is more on how much did you start in the beginning? Say 20,000. And then eventually, let's say 2 years, 3 years from now, let's say paano mo nakikitang palakihin yung business, yung let's say yung funding mo muna, yung resource of your capital itself. Say for example, let's say depende rin kasi sa appetite ng mga customers kung kunyari sige I wanna hit a million pesos. If I'm gonna say 1 million pesos, imagine mo naman from 20,000 naging 1 million. Ano yun? Parang rated case story, di ba? There is. But in a way, nasa sayo pa rin, it's your call. How do you say na, okay, it's time for me to make it full-time. It's time for me to have an office. Yung sa akin lang, lagyan mo lang talaga ng measure and standard na, can I pay my own condo? Can I pay my own expenses? Usually kasi may mga iba na nag-start na nung college, pero parang may apprehension pa rin na parang, can I do it? At times kasi, good question because sometimes people are bank on fear na parang wait lang baka naman pag lumipat naman ako ng store magsasara ako. May risk yun, pero tingnan mo rin yung success na pwede. But you always have to make a plan, a business plan, kikita ba to, what's a conservative measure, what's an aggressive measure. Pero sa akin lagi akong may aggressive, meron din akong conservative. Okay na ako kapag na-hit ko yung aggressive, pero okay na rin ako kapag na-hit ko yung conservative measure.
Yeah, wow. Thank you for answering that. So much insight. So I hope those who are watching are really taking notes kasi very practical. And even me, I'm learning so much. So in terms of risk talaga, no, you really have to take the jump. The jump. And yung na-take away ko sa sinabi mo, when you will calculate the risk, you need to write it down and compute. Hindi yung na-feel mo lang, uy, baka pwede na. Sugal na, sapalaran na. But you really need to compute kung kaya masustain. And ang ganda nun, ang ganda nun. Siguro question. Hypothetical scenario. Let's say, nawala yung Kim Store. Hypothetical lang. And this 2024, gusto mo mag-start from scratch. What will you do and how will you do it?
If nawala ang Kim Store, syempre may ipon na rin ako, diba?
Or let's say minimum capital para mas marami makarelate. Kasi pagka Kim Store budget, nasa ano na yan millions if not billions Siguro kumbaga, hypothetical lang, like parang rini-represent mo yung mga taong nagsisimula at talagang minimal capital. Anong klaseng industriya yung papasukan mo, ganun?
E-commerce pa rin. Kasi come to think of it 2006, ang hirap-hirap mag-e-commerce. Ang hirap maghanap ng supplier, ang hirap maggawa ng website, pero ngayon talagang spoon feed na na parang kung meron ka lang maliit na kapital, 5,000 pesos. You can start your store in Facebook, in Instagram. Buy and sell ka lang. Medyo matagal lang yung, let's say, ROI, pero at least kahit papaano, meron kang talagang, meron kang business, di ba? Kahit, let's say, side hustle lang. Start with the side hustle. So going back, I would say, naisip ko lang ngayon, siguro talagang e-commerce eh. Kasi right now, ang dami ng mga suppliers na available. Pupunta ka lang sa 168, pwede mo nang ibenta yung mga products na yun sa online eh. Or mga dropshipping sites. Just, let's say, if you know something in Shopify, connect mo lang yun, makakapagbenta ka na sa website eh. Hindi na uso ang konsepto na kailangan ko ng malaking puhunan para makapag-business. Ngayon, as small as 5,000, in fact, 1,000 pesos, kaya na eh. Because there are so many cheap China items na pwede mo nang ibenta sa Shopee, Lazada.
Ang ganda nung yung sa perspective, because we have a notion before wherein hindi kailangan ng capital before we start. But now, even as low as less than 5,000 pesos, you can start. And sometimes, minsan kahit wala kang pera, may skills ka lang to market. Pwede ka nang kumita eh. Or you know people, makokonektan mo, who will be sold out with your idea, then pwede na kayo magsimula. Yan. So, it's really inspiring what you are sharing with us. And kasi 'di ba, nag-grow yung Kim Store ng more than 18 years. Ano yung tingin mo yung siguro pinaka-greatest challenge mo in the business? Or siguro hindi lang challenge, or maybe through the years nagkaroon ba ng failure? Kung nagkakaroon ba ng failure si Miss Kim Store, kung meron man, kindly share with us so that we can learn from that as well.
I think one of the biggest challenges that I had early on, so I'm a multiply baby. I started a business. Everybody knows that for a fact. 2006 and then 2013 came, nagsara yung multiply. Walang announcement, walang anything, nagsara yung multiply. Imagine mo, that was a very horrible experience in the sense that you're doing well, everybody knows your store, everybody can just go PM you and they will buy. Tapos biglang snap, wala, ba't ganon? Ano na, error? Hindi na mag-build yung website. And then,
that was your main platform no? Kumbaga, yun yung na-build nyo eh.
2013, nung time na yun talaga sabi ko, hala, ano nangyari? And then, people were texting me, Kim, are you okay? Nag-shutdown na yung multiply. Saan kami bibili ng gadget? And lahat yun, rene-replyan ko, yes, I'm okay. You can go to my house to buy gadget. Kasi wala naman akong shop before eh. May mga pick-up points tayo, pick-up stations. But people were checking, but are you still operating? Imagine mo yung two things eh. Nagsara yung bahay mo for 7 years, and at the same time, people are asking, nag-shutdown ka daw. Okay ka pa ba? So, how do you, let's say, contemplate these two things? How do you approach this news? But then, that was my greatest learning, that you don't put all your eggs in one basket. And another is, it was beautiful ending in the sense that one thing I realized is na-build ko na pala yung Kim Store in a different level. People were looking for the brand, for a reliable source of electronics. From there, lumipat naman kami. Technically, I was building my kimstore.com. I have good friends, mga customers ko rin na, gusto mo magpagawa ka sa akin ng website and all, 1 month, gawin natin kasi sayang eh, baka mawalan ka ng customer. And then, I was building the Facebook. Kaya nagkaroon ako ng 3.3 million followers ko yan since the time na I think it was 2013. Talagang lahat yan. Nag-text ko, buti na lang may unli text na nung 2013. So I was texting, guys, follow my account in Facebook and all. So I was in touch with my customers. Even now, as in yung mga, let's say, mga nene days ko pa, college days ko pa, bumibili, may mga anak na. Alam mo yun talaga, wow, that was, I mean to say, those were the golden memories that I have na talagang hindi ko makakalimutan in my journey. That was my biggest challenge, but also my biggest comeback, na talagang yun yung nag-solidify ng brand, the foundation itself, na you really have to build your brand pala. When you say brand excellence, it's all about operations excellence and really putting value talaga to the customer. Up to now, why are people buying from Kim Store? Because I have VIP programs. In a way, yung mga customers ko, may website na ako. Kim, pwede pa bili? Pinipm pa ako sa Facebook. But I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. Na talagang they want that na parang, I wanna text Kim, re-refer ko yung friend ko, pero meron akong website, meron akong sa marketplace, but they want it. Okay, pwede ko ba ma-avail yung voucher sa Shopee? Ay, wait lang sa Shopee mo, may subsidy yan ng Shopee. So, those were the times na talagang at a very early age, 7 years. 7 years pa lang si Kim Store, nagsara na yung shop mo, talagang yun yung talagang biggest, for me, parang biggest challenge that I received. Whether in 2008, it was more of parang, am I gonna continue this business? Kasi college graduate naman ako, maganda naman yung school na pinasukan ko, na pinag-aralan ko rather. Tutuloy ko pa ba tong e-commerce na to? But I think the dream is bigger than the fear is, kaya tinuloy ko siya. And then from there, 2013 naman, nagsara yung Multiply, am I still gonna continue this business? And then, after nun, siguro another challenge I think some e-commerce, let's say mga early adapters also, nung pumasok din sila Shopee, Lazada, 'di ba? Parang syempre retail ka, technically first mover 'yan, then biglang dadami, papasok lahat sa mga Shopee, Lazada. Then from my learnings that don't put all your eggs in one basket, that's the time I realized na okay, Shopee and Lazada, I can make it as an online distribution. Pwede ako mag-distribute ng products ko sa Lazada, pwede rin ako mag-distribute sa Shopee. So in technology pala, especially in e-commerce, if there's new, let's say, new marketplaces or new opportunities, go with the flow lang. Kasi titingnan mo yung risk, magpo-post ka lang naman sa internet and then wala ka namang ding, technically, kung hindi makabenta sa Lazada, then try another marketplace. Or even Facebook, right? Nagkaroon din ng Facebook shop, but I think the marketplace runs better.
So it's really tapping all options wherein even in Lazada and Shopee, alam ko parang may mga na-add to cart din yata ako eh. So I just remember before. Tapos alam ko kasi the Kim Store, it has also grown a following. Hindi lang sa millions sa Facebook but also even more than 300,000 I think sa Lazada and Shopee. Both yun So it just shows that people are really seeing value of what Kim Store is doing. You mentioned, Kim, wherein yes, you have Facebook, you have other distribution channels like Lazada and Shopee. In terms of 2024, ano yung mga trends na okay magbenta dito? Okay ba yung TikTok? Okay ba sa Instagram? Okay ba sa carousel kung meron pa? For 2024, wherein tingin mo magiging good platform to do e-commerce or to sell?
When there are channels, be there. Always make your brand relevant. Rather than mag-focus ka na makilala na, si Kim Store, kilala yan sa Apple eh. That's good. But at the same time, rather than focusing on paano kung may nangyari kay Apple, at least mag-focus ka on building the brand. Na pag si Kim Store yan, she sells cameras, she sells mobile phones and IT products. So, be always carry what's relevant. And then at the same time, be where customers are. Let's say Facebook has a different approach. Ano yan? Let's say fast yan. Social commerce yan eh. For TikTok naman, live selling yan. Never did I imagine na talagang mag-click ang live selling. But just imagine, with entertainment and content, may commerce ka pa. So, kompleto, all in yun. And then, even now, may affiliate marketing pa. So, all these things, I've been in the business for past 17 years. But it innovates talaga. Before, there was an era wherein nung time na yun, nagbebenta lang ako sa Multiply. And then, nagbebenta rin ako, if you know Sulit.
Sulit. Yeah. Sulit.com.
Sulit, Tipid PC, Tipid CP, nandyan kami lahat yan. Those were the eras of 2006 to 2012. But then, when Lazada, Shopee came in, iba naman, the era of marketplace. Then eventually, right now, it's the era of meron pang time na nagkaroon din ng Grab marketplace eh. But I think they're more focused on the food. But they were trying also to do some other probably products like electronics. And then right now, it's really TikTok. Talagang all the way go to TikTok. Kung gusto mo ng additional income, walang problema. Mag-live selling ka na lang or mag-affiliate marketing ka. You just have to share the link. Walang sweat. Kikita ka dyan.